YouTube. Ow. According to my analytics, over 60% of you aren't subscribed. Why? I have lots of stories to tell. I mean lots of stories to tell. I'm not even gonna go through TikToks or Reddit or whatever. So much stuff has happened in the past few days. We got LA stories up the wazoo. I will preface all of these stories by saying I love everyone that we're hanging out with here, right? Like Will is awesome, Hassan, Cutie, Lud, everybody that lives in LA, Myth, they're all so cool. But LA just ain't for me, man. I don't know. It's just, we are so out of place here. It's insane. I don't know what, I mean, I do know exactly what it is. I just need more yeehaw, you know? Everything is, it smells like piss, man. It's just concrete. We were on Hollywood Boulevard yesterday. That's where all the stars are. And it was so awful. And I know that that's, like, I hear that that's, like, the dirty part of LA. Like, you don't actually want to go there. But it's pretty bad. So there's that. Last night, without exaggeration, top 5 most cringe experiences in my life. Okay? Last night. So we get home from top 5. I thought it was top 10. Thought about it for a long time. Top 5. Damn, he has like the sound things on his wall. That's cool. So we had the event yesterday, which, by the way, what'd you guys think of that event? It was actually really fun. I was surprised. I thought it was going to be way more cringy. But it wasn't. I think they did a really good job. I know the camera work was a little rough. Thank you for the 3 months.
Keep up the great work, Maya.
The hard thing about the camera work was that they had like 7 cameras that must have been 15K each. I don't even want to know how much money they have for production. They had so many cameras. But the camera people only know to follow the host. They don't know who any of us are, you know? So they don't know how to like catch bits and catch dynamics for chat. They just follow hosts. So like that made it kind of hard. That's why Finn does such a good job, because he knows the dynamics between all of us, you know, and he knows to pan to S-Fan if I like say something annoying and whatever. So I think people are used to that, but they don't know how to do that. They just follow the host because that's what they're paid to do, which makes sense. But otherwise, I thought it was really good. It was really hot, and all of us were wiped out. Thank you for the 26 months. We did dodgeball right away. And it's like 90-something degrees.
NMPL.
And so everybody was just wiped out right after. Plus, there's like 30 streamers there. Holy cow. Nick with a 35K viewer raid. Nick, you got skazammed. I was watching your stream when I was eating breakfast this morning. Which, by the way, my breakfast was quinoa oatmeal, and it was $30.
Wow.
I love LA.
Wow.
Thank you for the 3 months. So I got Skazamas too. But yeah, no, that looked like fun. I wish I went with you guys, but I also have to be here.
Poor NMP rich.
So, thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. I'm talking about, I have LA stories. I have LA stories to tell. Where was I? I was talking about camera work. Oh, and everyone was just wiped out. And there were so many streamers there and so many hosts that were carrying. It was just really hard to get in frame, you know? And for somebody like me, too, who's so soft-spoken, there's really no point in being in frame because I'm not going to get a word in, you know, just because there are lots of people doing it. So, but I still had a lot of fun. It was a really good event. Yeah, Connor, you got... Oh, that's a big host. what? Thank you. Thank you for the 6 months.
Apple cat run.
Soy host. Don't say that. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, Connor was fucked up. It was really funny. Okay, but anyway, so back to top 5 most cringe experiences in my life. We had that event yesterday. I was wiped out, right? We got back to the hotel. Somehow Miz and S-Fan want to go work out immediately. I was just like, I'm literally going to bed. It was 7 o'clock. I slept from 7 to midnight. And then I got a call saying that they were all going clubbing, which I had never been clubbing in my life. I've only been to bars, right? And Will bought a table. It was like several grand so that we could be at this club, just to be there. And so I was like, okay, I'll come out. So I get up at like midnight, get an Uber at 12:30, call an Uber. I hate Ubering by myself. I hate Ubering by myself at night, and I hate LA. So I was so scared. I did not want to do an Uber by myself. I get in the Uber. I'm like trying to stay on my phone, stay busy. Young Jeff is playing tic-tac-toe with me in the car, so I look like I'm busy. And then we go up this alley, and I was like, why are we going up this dark alley? And he stops. Like, he pulls over in the alley, and I was like, I was joking. I was joking when I was tweeting that I was gonna die. I was tweeting on my actual Twitter. And I was like, I was just kind of fucking around. I didn't actually mean it, but he just pulled over in a dark alley, and he was like, there's a slowdown up there. And I was like, oh, okay. And then so we drove up to the slowdown, and it was really bad. There were just like cops. There were cars like in this alley, and it's not a two-way alley. It's really, really narrow. Like, I would be worried about driving my truck through there. So he starts backing up. He backs down almost the whole alley, which is, it's at least 100 yards. He backed down, and then someone came up behind him, and they wouldn't back up, and they wouldn't turn around. So we were literally stuck in the alley.
Wow.
In the alley. And he was like, we're stuck. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, am I going to be stuck here with this man, with this Uber driver, in an alley? Or do I just walk the rest of the way? Because no Uber could pick me up in there. Because it's a fucking alley, and everybody's stuck. So he was like, you can walk. It's like 10 minutes from here. And I was like, 10-minute walk, dark alley. Yeah. Or stay in Uber with scary man. So I was like, okay, I'll just walk. And of course I don't have a knife. I don't have anything on me because I flew here.
Wow.
Thank you for the 3 months.
Yo.
So I get out of the alley, and I'm wearing this, right? Look at this. This is what I wore to the club. I was wearing I was wearing a different shirt, but it was a crop top, and it was like a tank top, whatever. And I was wearing these pants.
Yo.
Keep that in mind. Okay. So I walk through the alley, and I got to the club, whatever. No idea how to get into a club. I show up. All these bitches are in, like, skin-tight sequin dresses and heels like this. But there were also girls that were in, like, flats, like dress flats and whatever, which I didn't bring clubbing clothes. So I'm walking up, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, where do I go? What do I do? How do I get in? Because you can't just walk in like it's a bar. They don't just check your ID. They say, who are you with? So, first of all, I'm standing there waiting, and everyone is just going past me.
Wow.
Literally just walking past me. And I was like, is there something I'm missing? Am I supposed to say don't do that? Like, do I have to say don't do that? I'm literally standing here. They're walking around me in line. What's up, S-Fan? And they got their IDs checked. So I finally walked up to this bouncer who looks like he's from the fucking Matrix. He's this big black dude with sunglasses that were like this.
Oh, wow.
And a black
Wow.
suit. Thank you for the 2 months. And I was like, I literally said, I was like, do I just need to show you my ID, or how do I do this? Like, what's going on here?
Wow.
And he was like,
Any primers?
he like grabbed my ID out of my hand. He did not say a word. I never heard him speak, right? Grabs my ID, like looks at my ID, and then he just gave it back. Gave me no more direction. He's not even by the rope. It's a bouncer, like, a little bit down from the rope. So he just gave it back. And I was like, so does that mean you accept it? Or, like, so I walk away, and I call Matt, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, he looked at my ID, he didn't say anything, he didn't tell me where to go. Like, where do I go? So then I walk up to the second bouncer. No, I follow a group of this. Here we are at the top 5 cringiest moments of my life, okay? Walking behind a group of girls, because I followed them, because I was like, they know where to go. I follow this group of girls. They're all wearing, like, really nice dresses, weaves, whatever. They look hot as fuck. I'm walking behind them. It's a group of like 5 of them. And they walk up to the guy, to the second bouncer, the rope guy, and tell him who they're with, whatever. He opens it. He lets them walk in because they all got their IDs checked too. I'm right behind them. I'm starting to walk through. I said I'm with Will Neff. He goes like this. Like the most, like the biggest fucking douchebag ever. Literally looks me up and down. And he's like, yeah, so we can't do those sandals. Closes the rope on my stomach. 5 girls walk ahead of me. He looks me up and down and goes, yeah, so we can't do those sandals. And closes it and just looks away, chewing his gum. And I was just like,
Wow.
Loser.
okay. So I turn around and walk away. And then other girls come out. I count 7 girls with open-toed flats walk out of the fucking club. The craziest thing about it is that it has nothing to do with that dress code. No. It's because I looked like a fucking, like this. It's because I didn't look hot enough, man. It was so embarrassing. So then Will had to come out. Will had to come outside and tell them that he bought a table. And then this woman comes out and she was like, who told you you couldn't come in like that? And I was like, that bouncer. And she goes over and whispers to him and he gives me like the dirtiest look.
Wow.
And opens
You
the rope.
got absolutely no drip, Albozo.
And so I walk in. And the only reason that they cared at all, or that lady came out, she had like an earpiece. She was like, whatever, because Will bought a table. And so they were like, the whole thing was so cringe. The whole thing was so fucked. Like I dropped 2 tears. Sitting outside after that was like, imagine, it was so embarrassing. Everybody walked in and he just closed the rope. It was so bad. That's LA, baby. I don't know. And then we get into the thing and the place was beautiful. It was a really, really cool venue, I guess. We drank some alcohol. I was too scared to ask for a chaser because I don't know that people do that there because they don't even really, it's like nice alcohol, so you're not supposed to chase it. So I had this huge shot and I drank it in like 3 gulps. It was hard. And then, I don't know. And then we just got an Uber home. Northern California is much better than Southern California. Dude, it was just, oh my God. And I asked Will too, I was like, what was that about? And he's like, it's not even your dress code. It's people just abuse power where they have it. He just wanted to. And I was like, that is so cringe. like what the hell? It was so fucked. So if you come to LA, chat, your drippy is important. You need the drip.
Nintendo was shot by
Mizkif.